How you doing? Good to see you.
Very well. I wonder if one of those kids can do the call for It's a Bird, It's a Plane.
It's a bird, it's a plane. Aren't they great?
That was wonderful.
Did you ever do anything like that as a kid?
No, I couldn't possibly.
I used to be able to do a chicken. Yeah, I would get up close like this and go. I should have been in that contest. Sure. What have you been up to? I haven't seen you for a while.
Well, I just came out over the weekend because my friend Robin Williams has a little boy named Zachary, and I'm the godfather.
Yeah,
and Zachary is 2 months old, and we had his christening on Sunday. But his christening was up in Marin County. For those of you home at New Jersey don't know about Marin County, that's where, like, yeah. That's where the quarterback on the football team goes, you know, like, hike if the energy.
Yeah, kind of a laid-back community.
So we show up a little early, and there's nobody there, and the minister comes down, and we go up and say, is it starting? I mean, what time's it happening? 3 o'clock? He goes, whenever.
Whenever. Like hike.
And then he stands on this rug, and he says, like, now let's all gather together and share the space with this beautiful child. We're going, oh, no, we're in real trouble here. But I tell you something, it ended up really beautifully, and little Zachary was looking up like, okay.
That's nice.
Good, I got it.
Speaking of Robin, he's going to be with us next week or this week? Next week, I guess. Didn't somebody told me you both studied, I guess at the same time, or was it the same time, with John Houseman?
Yes, we were classmates at Juilliard. And John Houseman had just won the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor for The Paper Chase. And they keep calling you in for these conferences where they talk about your work and how you're doing, stuff like that. And at one point he said, Mr. Reeve, it is very important that you become a serious classical actor. Unless, of course, they offer you a load of money to do something else. Obviously, I took something else.
I saw Robin on a home box office special do John Houseman reading the telephone book. Mm-hmm. It's all it was. It was hysterical. He came out with a Houseman look, you know, and picked up the telephone book and just read names. Adams. And he'd go, Anthony. And the longer he did it, the funnier it got.
Yeah.
How long did you stay at Juilliard with?
I was there for a year. I went for a postgraduate year. Right. And then the deal was I was going to do a television show to make some money to pay for my studies. Right. But then the character, I guess it was a compliment, the character started getting popular, and I had to finally drop out of school.
Right.
So.
You spoke with Robin's son. Your son is about, what, 4 or 5?
No, he's 3.5. Feels like 4 or 5.
Yeah. Has he seen the Superman movies yet?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And it's great. See,
now, can he differentiate at that age between, of course, he knows it's you, and he knows it's fantasy and reality, but sometimes kids at that age...
When I was that age, I thought that the people you're seeing on television got around the back and went in the little box and were performing. They were all about that big, you know? Matthew's got it totally figured out. He knows it comes from someplace else, and this is not reality, and Dad pretends, and it's all make-believe. His little friend asked him in the park the other day, what does your daddy do? And he said, my daddy's an actor, you know? He's got that sorted out.
So he's got that straight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Were you that... kids, I think, are a little more, even at that age now, they are more sophisticated than when we were younger.
They catch on quick. He sat there and saw Superman 3 with me at a screening, and he loved it. He's just mesmerized. But there is a part there that's somewhat scary for a child.
Right.
And it comes out okay in the end, folks, don't worry.
Right.
But it was really something, being there with him, plus seeing me on the screen, and sort of having to tell him that, because the belief, you know, he's like totally hooked on it.
That's good. When we got a film clip. But Richard Pryor is in this with you, is he?
Oh, is he ever? He's great. He's wonderful.
What kind of a role does Richard play in this?
Well, the first thing is, you know, you wonder how they're going to get Superman and Richard Pryor in the same movie.
Yeah.
You know, that in itself is worth $5 to go find out. And he plays an unemployed computer genius. He's a guy who's sort of like a dishwasher, and he doesn't know what a genius he is, and he ends up working for the bad guys, and one thing leads to another. But you got to see.
All right, we're going to show you a little, about a 2-minute clip here of Superman 3. You want me to do the commercial first, Fred? Was that what that wonderful signal was?
When the light goes on. When the light goes on.
Thought the arthritis was acting. We'll do this first, then we'll come back and see a little bit of Superman 3. Stay where you are. Talking to Chris Reeves about Superman 3. Are you having fun with the character still?
Yes.
Superman? Finding new
Yes, I am. And this picture takes Superman into a whole new dimension that he hasn't been in before. And I think the thing about these movies is a lot of thought went into each one of them. They're all very original and stuff. But in the scene I think we're going to see now, Clark Kent has gone back to Smallville for his 15th high school reunion. And there he meets, and they don't know who he is. They think that he's a success because he's got a job in a big city newspaper, you know. And he gets there and he meets Lana Lang, played by Annette O'Toole, and they become friends, and one day he takes Lana and her little son Ricky bowling in this scene.
That's what you're going to see from Superman 3.
Hey, Johnny, whatever you do,
I'll buy that.
Don't make me sneeze.
No, I couldn't figure out where this is going. I didn't know where it was going.
You have to wait for it. You know.
That's funny.
Well,
is there going to be a Superman 4?
This is where we get out the violins. No, I've got my diploma now, and they're going to put me out to pasture.
You're hanging up the cape and tights, are you?
Yeah, that's it. Unless maybe there's a part of some 18th century highway robber who also wears the cape and tights, but maybe not the same color turquoise.
Somebody told me you were down at Edwards Air Force Base for the landing of the space shuttle last time.
Yes.
Right? That must have been a thrill.
Yeah, it is, but it's sort of like Thanksgiving dinner. You know, your grandmother spends all day cooking it, and everybody gets in, eats it in 2 seconds, and goes out and plays in the yard. Yeah. Everybody goes like, oh, it's down. Okay.
And they stay down there for hours waiting, right?
It's exciting because, you know, it's one shot. There's no go-around.
That's right, because they have no motor in there.
And I also got to fly a mock-up of the shuttle, and I also actually flew in a T-38. And I'm a pilot, and I have jet training and all this kind of stuff, but the sort of Lou Gossett Jr. type captain who was taking me up in this airplane decided, let's make Superman sick.
Mm-hmm.
And
sure.
This guy thinks he can fly. Okay, in the back seat, right? And we did inverted, and we did inside loops, and we did barrel rolls at 400 knots somewhere out halfway between here and Honolulu. And I came back, and of course I was, you know, wearing this G-suit. My head was down in here like that, and my back was broken and stuff. But I had to keep it together. I said,
oh, yeah.
Thank you very much. You
go behind the hangar.
Yeah.
I remember some years ago I flew with the Thunderbirds in a jump seat in their air show, and they put you in the G-suit, and the pilot was not wearing the pressurized suit.
Oh, yeah?
Because they get apparently used to it and know when to stress. And you're ready, you know, you can feel the blood starting to drain into your legs, and the suit, of course, tightens up.
And your lunch comes out your ears? And
yeah.
Yes, right. Yeah.
And you want to throw up, but you don't know which way is up. Very difficult. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.